I think like any other kid born in farming families, no? I was also born into a farming family. My father is still a farmer. We still farm. We had a decent land holding, but like a typical pattern in rural India, every kid born in rural India, parents want them to become engineers. So I was no exception. I think the fundamental reason is my father never believed the farming is a viable occasion. I think he was doing because he had to, he had no other option. So that's a very difficult for any parent, a decision making. The profession they know quite well, farming, and they don't want their children to continue. And the children, they want to study well and become engineers or doctors. So I was in the middle of a IT revolution as well, 91, 92. Every parent's dream, make an engineer and send him to US, okay? Of course, that's what happened in my case also. My parents were extremely happy that went to US and did my master's, then continued to work for Wipro for close to 17 years. And it was 91, 92, and very just out of college and maybe 1 year into, and went and told my manager, I written a GATE exam, I got into IIT Delhi mathematics. So he told, hey, wait. And week after week, he came and told, hey, Wipro will sponsor your master's from Illinois Institute of Technology, so Chicago. So it was a little surprise to me. I was a no entity, a lowly coder, a tester. At that point of time, probably it's worth $80,000 US. They sponsored. It's a lot of money, 91, 92. So it is possible if you give a right opportunity to people coming from rural areas. Not only they can become engineers, doctors, or whatever, but they also can become good human beings. They can build enterprises. Today, entire Akshayakalpa is built by people from rural areas. So how it happened? It was 1981 in the month of April, I think April 15th. That evening we all went home, and morning, night, the hailstorms. The entire tomato crop was gone. At that point of time, my father got into 5,000 rupees debt. So far, as a family, we never had 100 debts. So my father left farming. So that's the end of the story in my father's life. He started hated farming. My mother had 4 to 5 cows that survived, that made us survive on income from cows. So selling milk to KMF, and that's how the entire family was built. When I left my career in Wipro and started Akshayakalpa, 8 years he didn't even speak a single word to me. He didn't speak. He was so angry that I have spent my entire life making you an engineer. With 17 years you are an engineer. What is stopping you to continue that happening? Dr. J.N.S. Reddy, my co-founder of Akshayakalpa, he was part of a NGO called BIFE, one of the biggest development institutions in the country. 2001, he started a program called Yuva Chetana. So Yuva Chetana is giving energy to young people. These 27 people started giving money every month to run that program, and we became part of it. Weekends we used to go and contribute. What they used to do, part of that one is go and identify young people who are in farming in villages. So BIFE was trying to give support in terms of agronomy, soil management, animal health care, market access. They used to give these kind of inputs so that they can stay put in farming, earn substantial money. So that was way back in 2001, around 10 years, we contributed to that program. What hit me on the face was, I didn't know him. Only meeting for 3 hours. So it was in Redwood City, Bay Area, me and Ravi Krishna Reddy. We were sitting and discussing Akshayakalpa. That was February 2010. I had resigned Wipro by then. And we were sitting, and we didn't have money. We were sitting in a coffee shop, Starbucks, and having a coffee, chit-chatting about Akshayakalpa, what are we trying to do, etc. We were talking in Kannada, me and Ravi Krishna Reddy. And one gentleman walked up, hey, you're talking in Kannada, I'm from Kadba area, Gubi. I want to talk to you. Can I join your conversation? Of course, Ganesh, you can join as long as you pay for your coffee. So That's how the conversation started. Then around 3-4 hours we were discussing, chit-chatting. He was asking some questions, we were clarifying. Okay, nothing specific to investment. And so that evening I went to Ravi Krishna Reddy's home in Redwood City and slept, okay. And morning 6 o'clock he is trying to wake me up. Wake up. Ganesh has sent an email, he wants to invest 25 lakhs, okay, in Akshayakalpa. That is when I started thinking, hey, the intentions are clear, okay, our background is clear. We have got a farming background, we have excelled in technology industry. I think if we can go back and explain people what are we trying to do, we should be able to mobilize money. So that was the first investment into Akshayakalpa. Ganesh Kadaba is still a shareholder and is a senior position in NVIDIA. We pulled around 1.5 crores at that point of time. It's a big money, okay. And so Dr. Reddy had this idea, okay. Dr. Reddy was my co-founder. So we had this idea. We should go back to villages and find people who need support, which is the weakest, okay, sex is, okay, women, okay, unmarried spinsters, okay, widows, and where children have left their parents. We should pick them up, okay, and tell them and get into a common area, okay, teach them entrepreneurship and send them back to villages, okay, so that they can take up entrepreneurship. That was a very, very noble thought of Dr. J.N.S. Reddy, okay. But later on we realized that target group we are trying to address, they need a different kind of support. So probably they need a psychological support, they needed, okay, some, okay, monetary help, so they needed some security. We were not equipped to, okay, do that, okay. So then over a period of time, then we started thinking, okay, should we work with farming families? That's exactly how the transition happened. See, Akshayakalpa mission was very, very clear. Is it possible to get young people into farming? That was a day one mission, which started way back in 2001 as part of Yuva Chetana. Today it continues to be the same. We have not changed that even a one bit. We have to go to villages, identify people, work with them, okay, and get the young people into farming. So make farming vocation of choice. You can graduate, you can become an engineer, doctor. Also, you should have an aspiration to become a farmer. So that is the aspirational aspect we wanted to create. So the mission remains very intact, and that's how we are executing. We started putting our own dairy unit. Okay, in the dairy unit, we started feeding the cow, started looking at economics of feeding a cow. We started working on forages. We started working on total mix stations. We started looking at protein supplementation. How does it happen? So 70% of it needs to be forages, 30% needs to be proteins. So how do you get that combination working in the farm level? That's the fundamental work. Once that is solved, unit economics of a farm started working. Because the farmer started looking at, hey, I can have a 10 cow, 15 cow unit, start producing 100 to 150 liters of milk. So I should be able to take my income to 100,000 rupees a month. So that's how the entire transformation started happening. Second wave of COVID, I got it by COVID. Okay. And of course, be experimental where we are. It's very unfortunate that I took a call that I will go and get admitted in a government hospital. 60 people in one room, okay, and 10 days, 6 people died, okay, in front of my eyes, okay. That was the greatest lesson I had, and when they took me out of that one and transported me in an ambulance to Bangalore, okay, as I almost semi-dead, okay. So some of the decisions like this, okay, of course, I had access to people who can help me, okay, in that, but I wanted to experiment. That took a huge toll, okay, almost near-death experience. Post that May 2022, okay, I got hit by kidney cancer, okay. Thankfully, it was a very, very early stage detection, okay, and I came out of that. Basically, technically, you can say I'm a cancer survivor, okay. But after that, we started looking into the food systems very, very closely, What we have done post that is 100% of the food we eat in Akshayakalpa, we grow. We don't buy from outside. Maybe exception is a salt. We run 11 community kitchens. Every kitchen, okay, has to grow its own food. First 9 years, nobody understood what we are trying to do. We are trying to focus on farming, and we couldn't raise institutional money. So first 9 years of Akshayakalpa journey, 6 times we went close to bankruptcy. So starting from 2010 to 2019, nobody gave us a chance. Some of the people told, you are expected to fail. So why are you taking that one so seriously? That gave a lot of confidence. Even people like Ganesh, okay, can you believe Ganesh Kadaba took 1 year sabbatical, okay, from his work in NVIDIA, came and spent 1 year with me. Can you believe this? Somehow, without raising external capital, okay, we bought company to around 30 crores a yearly sales by 2019. And first 9 years, I didn't take salary. Shilpa, my wife, took up a job, okay, in Kalpataru Engineering College in Tiptur. Okay, she taught, okay, for 6 years. Okay, and I didn't send my son to school. He was home educated because it was too expensive for us to even conceive schooling. So that's how some adjustments we made to our life. So first 9 years were the critical. See, what we are trying to do in Akshayakalpa is build an institutional framework which can last 100 to 200 years. Without that vision, you can't solve farming problems in India. So you need to get into that space. We used to get into calls and discuss that there are 3 distinct areas of farming. Okay, one is on the input side, where what you call as an agri-tech. You give seeds, you give pesticides, you give chemicals, you give everything, and equipment, drones, everything. You take money out of farming. There's the other side, okay, output side, okay, which is post-harvest, okay, and where farmer gets squeezed, okay, because of market issues. In the middle is a piece which is the most riskiest, that is farming. The space Akshayakalpa is operating today is on the most riskiest piece, where we don't give any input to farmers, okay, and we still are making farming viable. So that's the vision, okay, we have been working, okay, from past 15 years. I think we continue to work on that. See, the entire journey of Akshayakalpa is a path of discovery and trying to answer a fundamental question, that is farming viable. Akshayakalpa farmer, okay, right now, average age of an Akshayakalpa farmer is 32 years. Average age of an Indian farmer is 55 years. If we don't get young people to farming, our fathers, grandfathers who are producing food for us, they are going to age out. Who will produce food for us? You need to really rethink. Okay? Can we copy Western models? It's not a right setup. It has been proven beyond doubt that consolidation and doing big ag is not going to work. So we need to start working, okay, putting small farms together, making them viable, and put a lot of money in the hand of farmers. So in this journey, okay, my fundamental belief is a farmer actually creates a value for a produce in his farm. The realization of that value will only happen if there's a willing payer, that is a consumer. So it's absolutely critical, both consumers should start understanding what is happening in farmer's life. It's all critical, it's in the hand of consumer, it's in the hand of a farmer. So we need to get them together and we are happy to facilitate.